Hello, vinyl community. Tony P coming at you from down in the Perliverse, the basement, where I'm always relegated to, I guess. I'm here with an entry into a contest. Yes, Miranda Holter, the American Graffiti Contest. Now, I'm assuming that a majority of you have watched the movie. For those little synopsis, high school kids last day, cruising the streets, mysterious disc jockeys playing music, Wolfman Jack. Oh, that's a terrible impersonation. He's probably, geez, just terrible. While a mysterious girl, in a white Thunderbird, played by Suzanne Summers, by the way, you know what I mean? And Richard Dreyfuss is in it, and Harrison Ford, and it's Wolfman Jack is in it, and it's a really good movie. If you get a chance, watch it. She has a couple of questions, and if I am not mistaken, and I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong, the prize is the soundtrack from American Graffiti, and I believe it's the 1973 version. Am I wrong? Something like that. But you get a soundtrack. If I'm not mistaken, correct me. I'm sure you will. She has 5 questions that she would like answered. And I'm going to do my hot diggity best to answer those things. Okay? The first question, numero uno, is show me an artist from the American Graffiti soundtrack. Okay. One of them, of course, and I've showed this 1,000 times, the Beach Boys. I believe they play Surfin' Safari in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Surfin' Safari is in this. California Girls is, of course, and Surfer Girl, it's close. Okay, but it's the Beach Boys. They're in it. And if you think about it, most of those songs are 50s, and they move into the 60s with the Beach Boys, a change of life, change in the sound of music from rock and roll to that new sound that's coming, the Beach Boys surf sound. While those boys are going to be changing their lives, from being high school kids to adult life. Remember how that was? Wasn't that scary? You graduated from high school. Now what are you going to do, Sonny? And everybody said, well, when I was young, go to college. You don't want to work hard like I did. Go to college. So, everybody was giving you advice back then. What are you going to do after high school, Sonny? Get a job. Yes, work at a gas station. Back in those days, you probably could get a job at a gas station. But anyway, I digress. That's my first one. Question number 2. Show me a record from 1962 or 73. I do not have, let me type this in here, because my computer went to sleep. I do not have an album from 1962, but I do have one from 1973, and this was the UK version of this was released in March of 1973, and of course, you guys know Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, 1973. It's of course CD, it's not vinyl, and it's from 1973. Where were you in 1962? In 1962, I was 10 years old. I would be in Mrs. Cox's class. I believe a 4th or 5th grade. 4th grade maybe. Somewhere around in there. And she was not me. She liked me. She liked me. She liked me because my mother could knit. And they would bring me yarn to give to my mom, and my mom would knit them things. Darn. All right. Anyway, but that's where I was. I was in class. I was 10 years old. And I was probably playing baseball somewhere, because that's what I did when I was a kid. Played baseball. I rode a bike that was made. We were poor when I was poor growing up. I was so poor I couldn't even pay attention. Okay, we were so poor that I had a bike that was made out of parts of 7 other bikes that the kids in the neighborhood helped me put together. from parts that they had laying around. So that's how poor we were. And I always had a baseball glove in it. So at 10 years old, I was probably peddling my brains out to go down to the ball field and play ball. My buddies, that's what we did all day long. Played baseball. So that's where I was in 1962. And doing impersonations of Groucho Marx. Thank you very much. Where's the duck? Okay. Anyway. Well, you know what happens to ducks when they fly upside down, don't you? They quack up. What is your favorite track off the American Graffiti soundtrack? It has to be Fats Domino's Ain't That a Shame. But I do like honorable mention. Is it Del Shannon and My Little Runaway? That's honorable mention in that. If you could add a soundtrack, what would it be? It would have to be Tutti Frutti by Little Richard Penniman. I really like that song, and it would have fit right in there. It would have fit right in there. So Little Richard Penniman, and those are those are the 5 questions you have to answer. I think I got them right. That showed you an artist, showed you a record. Where was I in '62? What was my favorite track off the soundtrack? You know, if I could add one, what would it be? So there you have it. My little Gorgonzolas, my little VC community. The contest ends August 2nd. I will put a link down below to show you Miranda's page, her channel, I'm sorry, her channel, and the contest rules. Okay? God bless you. May the force be with you. Peace, love, rock and roll. This is T. Perla from the basement, signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.